Hello, I'm Mike Williams, President of Memphis Police Association. I just wanted to talk to you real quick just to kind of bring you up to speed on what's going on and what's been transpiring. Well, first of all, let's talk about the Comptroller's letter. The reason that Comptroller's letter was brought about was the Comptroller realized after the city had put in a request to refinance $135 million worth of GO bonds. What they identified was that our debt services bill was already up to $1.4 billion, and also that the city's administration had conducted inter-fund loans that were unauthorized by the council, so they just did them. We're finding that this city is in debt. They have run up our credit card to $1.4 billion. Now they want to put that off on the employees and say, oh, we got such a large deficit now. They also want to say that it's because of the pension fund and the unfunded liability. They continuously say we got to put $71 million into the pension fund. That's not true. I will tell you, 2 years ago, the employees came up with an additional $500 million that we're contributing. Also, with the increase of the stock market, we now have over $2.1 billion in the pension fund. So it's sound. It's not going anywhere. The other thing is they want to say that insurance is a problem. Insurance is not a problem because the last couple of years we've operated in the black. They want to say, and they keep giving us erroneous numbers. They say last year they had to pay out, Mercer said they had to pay out $112 million. I was in a meeting the other day when the young lady said, no, we only paid out $107 million. So no, they will never give you the correct numbers, and they always want to keep you off. But that's fine. I just want you to understand that it's not because of the employees. So now we've completed the impasse process, which is the impasse ordinance, which is a law. And it also says that after receiving the committee's report, the council does not, at one of the next 2 regularly scheduled council meetings, veto the recommendation by the majority of its membership, then the committee's recommendation shall be final. So we're under the impression that our last best offer was final. I understand that it included 4.6, but that's the law. Now, is the council above the law? Is the administration above the law? They expect citizens and the police. You see how they parade us out there in front of the cameras every time some of us disobey the law. We put those individuals in office so that they can carry out the laws of the city of Memphis. So we expect them to honor that, number one. Number 2, the buyout. Don't believe the hype. The buyout, that was just another smoke screen. When they prepared it and gave it to the council, it was in a draft form. It's not going to happen. It would have cost them $14 million to actually do that. I think they threw it up against the wall, hoping it stick, and a lot of people have kind of caught on to it. At this time, disregard the buyout program. I think they're going to allow people to tree it out. They said they weren't going to lay police officers off. I heard that. They said they wanted to make sure that public safety was one of the number 1 issues. But I doubt that very seriously because of everything that they're proposing. We're losing people left and right. I was up on the 12th floor, 201 Poplar, 2 days ago. I think we had 3 people either retire or resign. Yesterday I was up there. We had 4 people retire or resign. So people are running out the door. And understand this, they want you to run out the door. Yes, they don't want to retain officers here because what they're trying to do is tread the officers down to a certain number. The other thing is the benefits. A lot of the benefits that they were talking about taking away, don't worry about that either. They may try to change them, but we say that they're part of the MOU, which has already been passed through the impasse process. And if they try to take any of that, we will take legal action just like we did with the 4.6. I would tell the officers out there and also the citizens, on the 18th of June, please come down to City Hall, 3 o'clock, and see what's going on. We need to have as many officers down there as possible, number 1. Citizens, I would also come down because this affects you. We hear about individuals out in South Memphis that are trying to get their streets fixed. They don't have the money. We hear about them trying to close down this and close down that, and that the citizens got to incur a higher tax rate The employees got to lose all of their benefits. But what's the administration giving up? That we talked about them possibly giving up their capital improvement fund. Mr. Collins didn't want to talk about that yesterday because they want to say that those are two different funds. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. Those are one fund. They start out as the general fund, and the mayor in his budget, go check it for yourself, requests either 65, I think it was last year, $72 million. He has to request that as part of his CIP budget. But before it becomes part of the CIP budget, it is part of the general fund. So because we have incurred these debt services because of all of the economic development, the Comptroller's report also said that we have unsound pilot practices. Most pilots are from 3 to 5 years. We're giving pilots 15, 30 years. So that money never goes into the coffers. The other thing is they also say that we have too much economic development going on that's coming out of taxpayer dollars. Don't check it. Don't take my word for it. Check it for yourself. We've given away too much money. We're asking that you come down to City Council on the 18th of June, 3 o'clock. Let your voice be heard. And we will come back to you at a later date and bring you up to speed. Thank you.